Mansfield 103.2, the home of great music. Good evening. Playing Christopher Cross on the 70s and 80s Fest on a Saturday night. We're going to have this programme here every weekend now. Between 6 and 8 it will normally run with Norman Cox in the seat. But Norman isn't around tonight, so I'm here because Norman's going to be down at the Rainworth Miners' Welfare for the big Ferret racing competition, which basically, forget other sports, forget the FA Cup. I know Mansfield won, great news and everything, but what I'm interested in the most is Ferret racing. Okay, and tonight there's the Ferret Racing Grand Prix, Mansfield 103.2 Ferret Racing Grand Prix, down at the Rainworth Miners' Welfare, raising money for the Scouts, and all the tickets are sold out, so the only place you're going to be able to hear how the ferrets go is here on Mansfield 103.2, and it's an honour to bring you unrivaled radio coverage. And down there will be a whole host of people, including Norman Cox. There'll be also John B. Tannen, our breakfast show presenter. He'll be down there cheering on his ferret, which is called John B. Tannen. Rocket John, he wants to call it. Tony Delahunty's going to be down there, our managing director, who is one of the commentators on tonight's event. And also James Corden's holding it all together. Our sports presenter will be down there. In fact, he's winging his way down there right now, following the very exciting sports programme this afternoon. But also on the show, we're doing 70s and 80s, and we're going to continue with more of those in a few moments' time. I just want to give a few people a mention. Hello to Cameron, who's listening, says he likes the idea of 70s and 80s on a Saturday night. Perfect way to warm up before you go out. Nice one, Cam. Also, June Hallam gave me a call. She's vegging out on the sofa and listening to the Watkins on the radio, which is always good. And also, Sheena Scott gave me a call from Oak Tree. She says she's got the TV on, but she's got the sound down, and she's listening to 70s and 80s because, do you know what? She loves the 70s and 80s music that we're playing here on Mansfield 103.2, so it can't be bad. If you want to get in touch, why don't you just do that right now? 01623 666 000. There's quite a few people out there. I was surprised. You can also text me 83399. Start your message with Mansfield followed by a space and then Ian, and then just sort of get in touch and sort of interact with the programme. That would be absolutely brilliant. Those of you that are wondering where Mike Wynn is, don't worry. His programme returns next week from the later time of 8 o'clock through until 10. But tonight, because it's Ferret Racing, you've got me through until 9, and then Mark Lindsay will be here for a specially extended Motown till midnight from 9 through until 12, so it can't be bad. It's all happening tonight. I'm trying to fit loads into this programme, so I'm going to shut up. I'm going to get some more music on the way after these.
The Big Switch On 2007. Big fireworks, big fun, and even a big screen in Mansfield Marketplace with the Mansfield 103.2 and Chad Road Show, and live entertainment on stage from 5:30. Join us for a great event and see Cinderella arrive in a carriage with her friend Buttons and the fairy godmother on Thursday the 15th of November. It could even snow. 5 days to go.
Mansfield 103.2, the home of great music. 70s and 80s fests on a Saturday night. November the 10th, very special night in the sporting calendar. Mansfield 103.2 are down at Rainworth Miners' Welfare for the Mansfield 103.2 Ferret Racing Grand Prix. Our commentator at that event will be Tony Delahunty. He's making his way to the venue right now. Tony, are you excited?
Yes, I am. It's a very, as you say, you couldn't have put it better. It's a very special night for the FFSI 1, which, of course, it's nothing to do with Formula 1. It's the Ferret 1 Hurtling Association, and this is the Grand Prix. It's the beginning of a Grand Prix season, and it really is going to be something to have a look at the grid and see who goes for pole cap position.
There's definitely going to be an interesting lineup. Mansfield 103.2 presenters will be down there, and some of those ferrets will be named after them.
Yes, I understand. There's the J.B. Tannen ferret, there's a Cox ferret, there's a Nicholson ferret, etc. I don't expect them to bring home the bacon, so to speak. I think we're going to have a lot of problems with the young ferrets. The ones that are coming through are like Lewis Hamster ferret, Lewis Hamsterton. I think there'll be problems with him. Kimi Räikkönen, another one that's likely to go very quickly. And Ferretto Alonso from Spain, another very quick fellow. Not one of the most sporting of ferrets, I understand, but there you are, and they could expect there might be a guest appearance returning to ferreting, who he's been retired for a while, the former ferret world champion, Michael Schumacher.
Well, so there you go. Certainly a stellar lineup on the ferreting grid tonight. I mean, you've commentated on these kind of things before. It does get very exciting. Plus, also, the fans, they're obsessed with this, aren't they?
Absolutely. I had the opportunity, I don't know whether he's going to be able to make it tonight, but to talk to the number F1 FFA commentator for a number of years, retired now, Murray Weasel, and he said that he expected it to be a splendid night. The new scouts that will be in the saddle, so to speak, tonight, they, I understand, are very quick young men as well, and it's really going to be quite a battle. I would expect that probably towards the end of the evening, there might be some quite tired ferrets as well.
Well, thank you, Tony, for joining us. We'll be speaking to you again a little bit later on when Tony Delahunty will be commentating on the Mansell 103.2 Ferret Racing Grand Prix, which is taking place in Rainworth this evening. We'll bring you a full commentary on that, unrivaled radio coverage of that event from 7 o'clock. We continue with the 80s and 70s as well. Ian with you through until 9 o'clock here on Mansell 103.2, the Have a Great Music. This is Howard Jones. Mansell 103.2, the Home of Great Music. Good evening, it's Saturday, and as Oliver Cheaton just said, Saturday night, get down, enjoy yourselves. Hopefully you are listening into this programme, getting ready for the big ferret racing event. We're off out tonight into town to celebrate Kerry's birthday. Happy birthday, Kerry. Pity you couldn't join us, Julia and Kerry. I didn't realise I was invited. I hope you have a good evening. I'll be there in spirit, I promise. Not in the spirits you drink, because that would be ugh. But I'll be there in spirit. You never know, I might be out later. I might bump into you. You never know. And anybody out there, I'll just say hi. Right, I was trying to work out some music for the ferret racing, and then a guy called Granville, who's a taxi driver around Mansell, got in touch. He said, what you need is, you need the Rocky music. So you need the Rocky, that's it. That's the music we need. So I sort of see if I could hunt it out. And luckily, I have been able to do so. Let's see whether I can pump this on right now. Is this going to work? Oh. Yes, this works. Thank you very much to Granville for giving us a call on 66600. Lots of people getting in touch tonight. This is good. Hello to all those people who are getting themselves ready for going out. Right, okay, I'm going to see. Should we see if we can cross over right now? Because I know that there's a live link-up going on. Is anybody there?
I'm here, Ian.
James Corden is down there at Rainworth. Tell us what's happening.
Well, we're just filling up now. We're getting ready for, of course, the big Mansfield 103.2 Ferret Racing Grand Prix. Everybody's about to take their seats. The ferrets are nowhere to be seen just as yet, but our commentary team, John B. Tannen, and, of course, Mansfield 103.2's Managing Director, Tony Delahunty, is in the building, and we're just getting ready to go, really.
Well, I'm very excited about it. Why have you not seen the ferrets yet? Have they arrived, or are they being sort of kept behind closed doors so there's no ferret tampering going on?
Absolutely. I think the main thing is, Ian, is to make sure there's no... They're checking drug samples, really, Ian. They're making sure no illegal substances have been taken before the racing, of course. We don't want any cheating in this race. It's very, very serious business, this.
And also, obviously, tonight is raising money for the Scouts as well. Which is absolutely right. Absolutely, yeah. That the raising money for better facilities and a new campsite. They've got a very good campsite at the moment, but it's not brilliant. It's a bit run down. It's all wooden buildings, and they need something new. They've set themselves a target of £1 million, which they won't raise tonight. But if they can raise £500 tonight, that's the building block set in place for that £1 million jackpot. More from James Corden as the evening progresses. I'm getting very excited indeed with the music going on as well. I get my heart's pounding. Mansell 103.2, the home of great music. It's the 70s and 80s fest on the home of great music through until 9 o'clock tonight with me, Ian Watkins. The reason why I'm here is because we've got a special outside broadcast taking place this evening between Right now, at 9 o'clock, it's the Ferret Racing Grand Prix, the Mansfield 103.2 Ferret Racing Grand Prix. Hopefully we're going to cross back over to the guys down there. Not heard from them for a while. Hopefully they'll give me a call soon. But let's see whether James Corden, our sports presenter, is down there right now. Are you there, James?
I am, Ian. You actually joined me as Tony, who started to put bets on for one of the ferrets already. We'll be joining our commentary team, John B. Tannen, our breakfast show presenter, and managing director Tony Delahunty very shortly. I'm told we've not got long to wait for the first race. Remember, of course, all this Ferret Racing Grand Prix is down to the fact that we're raising money for the Scouts from Mansfield to raise money to get new, better facilities for a new campsite, all for a good cause. And I'm actually joined by breakfast show presenter John B. Tannen. John, you're one of the commentary team. Must be looking forward to it.
Yes, I am. I've been having a look at my ferret as we speak. I'm warming him up, giving him a bit of a massage, giving him a bit of a pep talk, and he knows what's what already, James.
Now, you're quite new to this, aren't you, the whole ferret racing thing? So this must be quite an exciting debut for yourself as commentary.
I'm looking forward to it. I've never commentated on anything like this before. It's going to be quite an eye-opener, or quite a ferret opener, as I should say.
And of course, there's going to be a few furry moments.
It's going to be, the fur will be flying, let's say, rather shortly.
And of course, we'll be joining John B. Tannen and Tony Delahunty for commentary on the first game in a few short moments.
James Corden there down in Rainworth. I'm trying to keep a straight face. Very serious event. I make it 16 minutes past 7 on my watch. What do you make it? Let's all synchronise our watches right now, okay, if you're listening. Right, okay. It is 16 minutes past 7 right now. Mansfield 103.2, the home of great music, also the home of the Ferret Racing Grand Prix. We're going to cross right down to Rainworth right now. James Corden's at the event.
He's there. Come on, James, get it together, son.
Oh, it's John B. Tannen. He's with us.
Hi, Ian. It's just about to start now. The jockeys are taking their ready positions. So we're going to cross over now to our commentary team for this evening's Ferret Grand Prix. Tony Delahunty and breakfast show presenter John B. Tannen.
Thank you for that. JB's over there. Is your ferret in this?
Yes, I've got the runners and riders in front of us now, Tony. My jockey is a guy by the name of Elliot 7. In trap 2, we've got Matt Edwards, and his jockey is Geordie Jones. Sherwood Bed Centre in number 3. The jockey is David Bleeby. Gwynedd Griffith in trap 4, and Grace Delahunty being the jockey. You might know that lady.
Yes, she's my daughter, actually.
Oh, right.
Racing goes in the family. Andrew did a little bit of that, you know, and now Grace is starting. But Grace is going to be on creatures with 4 legs rather than 4 horses.
There is a striking resemblance between one ferret and your son. Anyway, we're not even going to go there on that one. Wendy Baker in trap 5, and Luke Probert is the jockey on that one. So I think they're nearly ready, I think.
Well, what about the one, the person who's riding, as we say? Your J.B. Tannen ferret.
Elliot 7 is a very good jockey, I hear, from Mansfield.
The briefing going on there at the moment, you know. I mean, should we tell the unsuspecting world as are crouched by their radios at the moment, thinking that we've gone stark raving barmy, a little bit about how this actually works?
Right, what we've got in front of us basically is some very, very long tubing of about 25 to 30 feet long. The trap is at the end with a little box in. Obviously, they're going to place the ferrets in. The jockeys are going to lift the lid, and they're going to shoot up this tube very, very quickly, especially the one in trap 1, which is the name of John B. Tannen.
We'll see about that. But every few feet along these tubes, there's an area which is like a little caged area, which the ferrets will presumably reach, and then our jockeys encourage the ferret to say, speak to them, squeak to them.
Show them a morsel of food, I think that's the word they're looking for.
They're not allowed to do that.
Oh.
No, listen, that's against FFF1F rules.
Oh, no, not Ferret 1 rules again.
Ferret 1 rules have to be in this. Here you are now. Very tense here now, John.
Runners and riders are ready to go.
Yeah, I can tell you that we're absolutely full stadia here. There's absolutely no corners, except the fact that the tubes are completely round. No sign of Michael Schumacher.
Really?
Or Lewis Hamsterton.
The guy over there definitely looks like Murray Weasel, who's commentating.
Yeah, he looks pretty old, doesn't he?
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't say that.
No, he looks very old, actually. He looks older than me, and that takes some doing. Now, the The ferrets are now being brought out. One of them just looks like it's escaped. No, it hasn't. And they're lifted out very gently, and they're popped in the trap.
I think they were lifted out.
Now, you have some experience of these. Which of these ferrets is in polecat position?
Well, trap 1 is looking good and ready to go. Trap 2,
okay, guys.
staring into space, the jockey.
Let me explain what's going to happen.
Let's listen to this guy.
These guys, you can probably hear all the engines revving up. So all the engines up, getting nice and warm in there, making sure that the tyres are up to heat and everything. And what these guys are going to do is persuade the ferrets to come down.
I think Ferret 3 is going to actually start off in the wet. It looks like it might have, had a little whoopsie.
Well, I've had a little word with my jockey, and he's put some slicks on the bottom of my ferret's feet just in case.
Okay, let me tell you that the FF rules are very clear. Ferret racing is a regular occurrence. I've met quite a number of guys here who travel around the country to watch it. It is very humane. These ferrets actually... How do they know these ferrets enjoy themselves? But
mine's smiling at the moment.
Yeah, well, is that what it's doing?
Allegedly.
It's not your jockey squeezing it down. They don't put a hand on it at all.
We've had a couple of cases in the past where people tried to feed them and the ferrets ended up at the vets. One of them actually died. So we don't allow anybody to offer them any.
No, they can't feed them as you were going to do with yours.
Okay.
Well, that's my plan A out of the way.
Yeah. Now, your person looks pretty serious. What's his name?
Little lad by the name of Seven.
Seven?
His name is Seven.
There was a film about Seven. I'm moving along.
Elliot Seven.
Round of applause for Elliot.
That is actually my jockey being cheered on there at the moment.
Sponsored by John Tannen. In lane number 2, we've got Georgie.
Georgie is no big ferret.
That's
really.
Matt Edwards.
But Georgie itself is very, very small. The tallest jockey here now.
It's David Bleeby.
Yeah, he's a big lad. He's about 6'6". He certainly couldn't go down the pipe, could he?
Oh, thank you. I don't know. I'm not from around here, am I? Okay, lane number 4, we've got Prix.
She's riding a ferret called Griffiths. That's Great Stella Hunty.
In lane number 4, we've got Prix.
Goes in the family, you know.
Very popular, the Delahunties.
Sponsored by
Wendy
Griffiths. And last but by no means least, lane number 5, we've got Luke.
That's Luke Probert.
And the ferret is sponsored by Wendy Baker.
Now, I don't know how long this takes, Ian, but let me tell you that it's all eyes now are on the tubes.
Lane 1 and 2 especially, let's say.
1 and 4.
No, 1 and 2. Seconds away.
If your ferret beats mine, I will donate £5 to the Scouts.
He's doing it.
And vice versa.
Oh, we're going to commentate.
Are we ready?
We're actually live on radio at this. Now, here's a man.
They're about to go. Here we go.
I think this guy knows more than what we're doing.
Come on, Elliot. Elliot's looking down the tube.
No one's got past the first fence. That could be Beecher's Brook there. Grace
mine's still the first little bit.
Some of the ferrets have gone backwards.
Oh no! Look, Ferret 2 is storming through.
Ferret 2 is on the way. Ferret 2 looks like he's going to come out the other end. Ferret 2's out. Is he out or is he going to go back? Ferret 2 by a nose. Oh no, there's a ferret in 5. And 2 and 5 ferrets have not yet come out. The nose is out, the ears are out, but the tail's not out. And that ferret's now upside down.
Meanwhile, mine is still stuck in lane 1, not going anywhere at the moment.
Lane 4 we're doing pretty dreadfully as well. It looks like we've got the first ferret out, almost out. It's going back in again.
It's coming out.
This one's having a look round. It doesn't like us. Nearly out. Grace Delahunty's ferret's gone back into the box at the other end. He doesn't like it.
Mine is definitely a non-starter.
There's a lot of noise here, but this ferret, we have a ferret which is 7/8 out of the thing.
It's going back.
It ain't coming. And it's nearly out. It's nearly out. Oh, it's gone back in again.
Matt Edwards doesn't know whether he's in or out. Oh, it's gone back in again.
That ferret's in reverse. It really is. I don't know.
Oh dear.
I do not know how long this is going to last.
It's going back all the way up the tube again, back to the beginning.
That ferret, that there needs to be a steward's inquiry on ferret number 2.
I'm storming up now.
There's not a lot happening with it.
Here I come. Here I come.
All the way.
Coming out of tube 1.
It looks like the JB Tannen Ferret could have it. Is it going to come out all the way?
Come on, little John B. Tannen.
It's grinning at you. It's grinning at you, John. You could be
Here
in
he
for a win.
comes.
All the other ferrets are back
Come
at
on,
the beginning.
here he comes.
JB Tannen's ferret is halfway out of the tube. That bit more. Oh, and your jockey is calling him on. He's begging
Come on,
him to come
Elliot.
out. He's waving
Here he
his hand
comes.
at him. And Elliot 7, the jockey on that ferret, is doing a storming job. Now let's look elsewhere. Because
He's doing
he's
fabulous.
gone all
Oh,
the
it's
way
gone back
to the beginning again.
Unbelievable. I was out, and then I'm going straight back in again.
I have to tell you, this is the most astonishing, ridiculous, absurd thing that I have ever seen.
I know the reason why I went back in, though.
Oh, no, now the second ferret's coming out again. He's like,
No!
No, the
No.
tail. And he's going back in again.
It's nearly there. Oh, unbelievable.
No, 5. 5 is out. Oh!
2 is out.
The winner is number 2.
Okay, guys, the winner by a tail, number 5.
Oh, number 5.
Well, we have to say that number 4.
And here I come out now, look.
All the jockeys go down to the bottom end. There's a prize for everybody.
And this little ferret here is coming out.
Prize for everybody. So if your ferret is out,
JB, I gotta say, I didn't want to say this before.
Yes.
But there's an astonishing resemblance to the ferret that is named after you and you.
Really, look at that.
Yeah. I mean, it's a very sweet little ferret. It doesn't want to come out the tube. It's playing with your jockey at the moment. And that really was a lot of fun. I hope the ferrets enjoyed it as much as we did. And yes, the gentleman's gone to put the ferret away. But we have to say that number 5, who is number 5?
Number 5 was Wendy Baker, and Luke Probert was the jockey.
And he did ever so well, didn't he?
He did fantastically. Unlike mine, who didn't do too well at all. Never mind, we can be back in another year.
I think we have a steward's inquiry.
Thank you, Ian. I'm
There you go.
gutted.
DA's upset. Well, if you've just joined us, I'm sorry. I've just been crying here. If you've just joined us, what you've just heard is the commentary team for the Mansfield 103.2 sports outfit, as I like to call it, down at the Mansfield 103.2 Ferret Racing Grand Prix. That was race 1. It went on for a while, and you know what? It certainly cheered me up. More from the Ferret Racing in a moment. Right, we're going to cross back down to Rainworth Miners Welfare because we are bringing you unrivaled radio coverage of the Mansfield 103.2 Ferret Racing Grand Prix in aid of the Scouts. And down there is James Corden. I believe he's got the winning jockey of the last race. None of our ferrets came first, did they?
No, if I'm honest, Ian, I think John B. Tannen's ferret saw John B. Tannen and thought, and just went back in. I think he scared him off. No, I'm actually I'm backstage actually with the winning jockey. Okay, as you mentioned there, of the Ferret Grand Prix, and now his name is Luke Probert, and you're actually from Mansfield Woodhouse. Is that correct, Luke?
Yeah.
What school do you go to?
St. Aidan's Primary School.
Right, so I bet all your friends down here, but they'll be proud you won first place.
I bet they'll be shocked because then I didn't tell them that I'm going to be racing the ferret.
So this is all top secret then?
Yeah.
Now, what's your technique? How did you get to win and nobody else?
Because I've done it before, so I learned from the first time I've done it.
So you're a bit of a veteran. You've got some experience behind your belt, yeah?
Yeah.
Now, what sort of things did you have to say to your ferret?
It's like kisses and clicking your fingers a little bit.
Now, were you frightened of the ferret? Because I would have been.
No.
No? But they've got now the ferrets, they kept on going back inside and then kept going back. Oh, why do you think that was?
Because the ferrets didn't know there was that much people, so it might have been scared of them.
Listen, Luke, well done tonight. You're the first jockey to win out of the first race. How do you feel?
Proud of myself, because I've never won anything before.
Well, listen, Luke, have a fantastic evening, okay? It's an absolute pleasure talking to you, and I hope to be seeing you more often at these Ferret Grand Prix races. Speak to you soon, Luke. There you go, Ian. That was the champion so far of Ferret racing.
James.
Yes, mate.
I've got some breaking news.
What's breaking news?
In this race, Trap 2 is Norman Cox. Trap 3, Annie Wallace.
No. They go head-to-head, 2 Mansfield 103.2 presenters, head-to-head.
Yep.
One from the Cox lot, one from mid-morning.
So in trap 1, shall we say, we've got Tracy Morris and the jockey's Hannah B. In trap 2, we've got our very own Norman Cox, and the jockey is Grace Warmby. In trap 3, we've got Annie Wallace, and the jockey is Chloe Marks. Trap 4 of the Nomads and Jordan Pullinger. And trap 5 is Marjorie Riley, and the jockey is Dominic Marland. And they're just about to go. Ready.
Ferret is sponsored by Tracy Morris in Lane 2.
Mansfield 103.2, the home of great music. Saturday night, if you're enjoying the music, give me a call, 01623 666 000. Every Saturday night from now on between 6 and 8 it will be total 70s and 80s, 70s and 80s fest. Norman Cox will be doing this show from next week. Then Mike Wynn and What's on the Jukebox will play between 8 and 10. 10 till 12 will be Motown till midnight with Mark Lindsay. Mark Lindsay starts at 9 today, though. 3 hours of him, and you've got me for another hour. So do get in touch. Plus, also, we're bringing you information from the Rainworth Miners Welfare and the Mansfield 103.2 Ferret Racing Grand Prix. Down there right now is James Corden. I believe he's with the jockey of the winning ferret from the second race.
Well, do you know what, Ian? I wish I was actually with the winning jockey. In fact, I'm not. I'm behind stage, though, so I feel very, very proud with all these VIP jockeys, especially the winners. I spoke to Luke Probert. He was the young lad from Mansfield Woodhouse who won the first race. But we've got the winner of the second race now, and it was between Norman Cox and DC Annie Wallace, as Ferrets was actually involved in the race this evening, this second race. And Norman Cox was so nervous he actually had to go outside and wait. He was shaking, he was so nervous. So we're going to cross over now to our breakfast show presenter, John B. Tannen, who is with the winner of the second race.
And what a fantastic result it was, Ian, tonight. Norman Cox came in first place. But thanks, no doubt, in part, to our fantastic jockey, Grace Warmby. Now, Grace is from Forest Town. Now, Grace, how did you manage to coach Norman's ferret all the way down the tube? How did you do it?
You have to keep saying, come on, come on, come on. And at the end, you have to twiddle your fingers at it. And it was really good.
So you didn't cheat by giving him any food at all, then?
No.
Because usually Norman does work for food, but we don't talk about that around here. So, are you very, very proud of what you've done tonight?
Yeah.
Could you have done it a little bit faster, do you think?
Yeah.
Really? And how do you think you could have done that, then? What technique would have used to make Norman Cox go faster?
I don't know, because it kept going back into the tube again, so it was really hard. So I think I could have ran with it.
So, do you think, right, your ferret was a little bit frightened of you? Was he a little bit nervous with all the shouting?
Yeah.
He was a little bit nervous, was he? We had to keep very quiet at one point, didn't we?
Yeah.
So, Grace, would you do it again for us a little bit later on if you were asked?
Yeah.
So you'd be very pleased to do that, right? So we're going to hand back very shortly to James as the race is about to take place again.
Now, that's John B. Tannen there with the winner of the second race, Norman Cox, the proud winner there, beating Annie Wallace. Look, this is a fantastic event. It's all about raising money for the Scouts in Mansfield to get better facilities at their new campsite. Something like raising money here will go a long way to possibly getting that £1 million, but they really do want to aim for. And I'm actually joined by Mansfield 103.2's managing director, Tony Delahunty. Tony.
The ferret named Nicholson has just been brought up for a steward's inquiry before it's even raced. Apparently there appears to have been some monkey business.
Sounds like Stuart Nicholson, doesn't it? Like ferret, like presenter. That's all I'm going to say. Back to you, Ian.
Crazy stuff going on down there. Keep listening because we're going to bring you unrivaled radio coverage of Mansfield 103.2's Ferret Racing Grand Prix taking place tonight at the Rainworth Miners Welfare. And we're also going to play you more 70s and 80s music. So if you're into it, do give me a call because we want to know who's out there tonight. It's 7:56.
Take all the time you need to choose a new conservatory from Everseal. Call in at our showroom on Old Mill Lane, Mansfield Woodhouse. Isn't it time you called Everseal on 0800 228 220?
Mansfield 103.2 having great music playing I Can't Go For That, No Can Do. Daryl Hortz and John Oates. Gerald Hall. Took me back in time, that one did. 70s and 80s Fest on a Saturday night. You've got me for another hour. More great music on the way. Thank you very much to Russell Glasper for giving me a call from his shed. Not heard from Russell Glasper for ages. Used to listen to me way back when on Mansfield 103.2. And now we cross back over to the Mansfield 103.2 Ferret Racing Grand Prix. Down there is Mansfield 103.2 Sports. James Corden.
Hi Ian, yeah, we're down here for, of course, our fantastic cause. It's all about raising money for the Scouts in Mansfield to get better facilities and, of course, a new campsite because it needs redoing, it needs remending, and hopefully this will be the starting point for what could be potentially a brilliant investment for the Scouts. Now, I'm joined here by the champion of the third race. Your name is?
Georgina Bonsall.
And you go to which school, Georgina?
Garibaldi.
Now, you represent the Mansfield 103.2 by winning the race with Jodie Henshaw from the Culture Show. How happy are you?
I'm really happy. I don't usually win things.
So this is a big turnaround.
Yeah.
Now listen, Georgina, you're going to have to be a massive help to me, okay? Because after this race, I'm on a race, okay? I'm in race 5 and I'm riding Jason Harrison, okay? I need as much help as you can give me. What techniques did you use? Because you actually got the quickest win so far of the night.
Well, just coax the animal out and just, don't really slam the floor, it just scares it. Just let it come out on its own. And just, I don't know.
And what's your secret? Because everybody else out there, they were trying as hard as they can, but the ferret work, they just wasn't coming out.
It's gaze, just move your hand to where it's going to look and it'll just follow.
And I suppose it must help if you like animals. Do you like animals?
Yeah, I love them.
Ferrets one of your favourite animals?
Kind of.
So when this came up, you just had to get involved, yeah?
Well, my parents did it. I didn't know until tonight.
Brilliant. So thank you very much, Georgina, for joining us here on Mansfield 103.2. John B. Tennant?
Yes, James Corden, you are warming up as we speak because you are next.
I'm stretching, I'm standing on the spot, I'm doing all my stretches. Can you see that? I just don't want to pull anything, that's all.
I know, steady on there. I'll tell you what, I'll be there to give you some encouragement. I'm not going to give you any top tips, judging by my poor performance on the first race. That was absolutely horrendous. I couldn't believe it.
Well, thank you very much, John B. Tennant. Ian, back to you in the studio.
I'm getting into this ferret racing malarkey. I'm going to follow it around the country. I've decided. It's Mansfield 103.2, the home of great music, 8:05. When was the last time you heard a Cliff Richard track on this station? A while ago. Somebody's going to phone me up and say, last week on the Golden Hour.
I've had nothing but bad luck since the day I saw the cat at night.
Mansfield 103.2, they have a great music. She can belt them out, couldn't she? Gloria Gaynor there, never can say goodbye, boy. Oh, yes. And it is Saturday night, and whatever you're up to, I hope you're having a good one. You might be in the car, driving around Mansfield, Ashfield and Balls, or just chilling out. You could be at home, and obviously we played the Rhinestone Cowboy song earlier on. It upset a few people. Don't play it, my ears are bleeding. No country. Well, some people love country. And the reason why I played that was because I believe in the next ferret racing race, James Corden is a jockey, am I right?
You are indeed, actually, Ian. I'm riding Jason Harrison for this race on my hands and knees.
Like a rhinestone cowboy.
Do you know, that's it. But it never happens usually like this. I'm down on my hands and knees now. I've just been given a prep talk by the main coach, okay? Now, forgive me, because my radio signal may go away, so I might not know whether you're still with me or not. But I'm just awaiting for my ferret, Jason Harrison, to arrive, late as per usual. The flaps are open. The box is open, and I'm just waiting now for my ferret. And Jobby Tannen's here to give me a bit of a spur on, aren't you, Job?
Well, yes, we are. We're sort of rubbing his shoulders now, waiting for Jason to turn up. And Tony's here as well. Good evening, Tony.
Yeah, well, I'm used to James in this position. He's usually on my knees begging forgiveness in the office, and he has to be on his knees permission. I have to say that looking at the age range of the people that he's competing against, I don't know the age of the ferrets. They look fairly young, but most of these here between, I would have thought, 7 and 9. So at the tender age of 18, James should be in with an intellectual chance at least.
Yeah. So,
I think he's on their level, as you might say. He's psyching them out. Stop doing that, Mr. Corden. You're not allowed to glare at them like that. Do not put off the other competitors, please.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I'm interested in I've been looking at the ferrets. Come here, John, for a minute. They're all in this little...
We're just walking round to the ferrets now.
They're all in the cage now. Let's have a quick word with the guy who actually... You own the ferrets?
I do, yes.
Yeah, I mean, it obviously begs the question. We'll never really know. Do they enjoy doing this, or are they terrified, or what? I mean, it's a serious question.
Yeah, absolutely serious. These are ferrets. I use these tomorrow. These guys will be out with me. We'll be hunting rabbits. So they're going to go down tunnels and run through tunnels.
But you can't get down the tunnels, can you?
Not any longer, no. I've got a little bit too much weight. But tonight, when we open the boxes, if they don't want to run, nothing's going to make them run, so they can just stay in the boxes.
Yeah,
do they know when they've
I'm going to have to get some help at one point.
I wouldn't like to know whether they know if they've run or not, but they know that they can run or can stay there, because when that box opens, they can just stay in the box if they want.
Well, we've been having a bit of fun tonight, saying it's got its own federation and everything else, but it has, hasn't it, ferret racing?
Ferret racing, there's actually a world championship for ferret racing. And the first prize, this way people bring their own ferrets and they train it, take it very seriously. It's not the bit of fun we're having tonight. And the first prize for that is £5,000.
Where's that held?
It's at different places around the country each year. But people come from all over the country and people take it very, very seriously. This is fun.
It might be fun, but I have to say, standing near the cage, they stink.
The Latin name for a ferret, Mustela pitorius furrow, translates to thieving, smelly weasel. But just let me ask you something. Are you wearing aftershave?
Yes, I am.
Does your wife wear perfume?
Well, she doesn't wear ferret perfume.
Well, that's where you're wrong, because in your aftershave and in your wife's perfume is the smell of ferrets. The smell you're getting from these ferrets is neat musk. And musk is put into perfume to make it stick longer, but also as an aphrodisiac. So after smelling these all night, when you go home a bit excited, blame the ferrets.
Yeah, that was about 10 years ago, I think. But thank you very much for that. What do you think about our little jockey over here, James Corden? I mean, does he look like a winner? Does he look like a ferretus superiortus?
No.
No, I don't think.
Not at all. Not at all. In fact, I'm just wondering. I'm worried because he keeps trying desperately to get in the box and get down the pipe. And I think he's got hold of the wrong end of the stick there.
Right, well, we can't delay you anymore. This is the fourth heat, and it's the winner of each heat.
Fifth heat, the final.
The winner of each heat goes through to a grand final.
Absolutely, the race of champions.
The Mansfield 103.2 Grand Prix.
That's the one.
Well, I'm just going to say goodbye to them. Do they ever make any noise?
Occasionally they squeal when they get excited.
When they caught a rabbit.
Just getting the rest back.
Bye-bye, ferrets. It's very, very nice to see you. And back to Jamie Cannon.
Thank you very much, Tony. Yeah, the ferrets are very excited, nearly as excited as James Corden is. I don't know which one's screaming louder.
Well, in actual fact, John, I'm quite happy I didn't have to fit in that box. I tried several times and it just wasn't going to happen, was it, if I'm honest?
You do not get in the box, you don't go anywhere near that box, you cheer them on, mate.
Right.
Don't try and sit on Jason Harrison. It's not big and it's not clever.
It certainly is big for them, I'll tell you that now. The first ferret's actually been put in. I think the second has as well, because the young lads actually put down the lid, unless the ferret's going to have to try and get in that way. The third's going in now. We're getting ready for the fourth. That's in, and now I'm just waiting for Jason Harrison. I think he's poking his nose. He is. Yeah,
here he comes. There's Jason.
That looks like a winner. No, we're not going for him. We're going to go for the loser one, I think. No, they look great.
Do you know what? He's got the same eyes, hasn't he?
He has, just minus the glasses.
The same smell.
But he has got 4 legs, this one, absolutely. Jason Harrison has as well. Little secret 103.2. Right. All right, absolutely. Okay.
Come on, little ferret.
Now I've got to actually get ready for my...
James looking very, very tense at the moment. He's got his hand on top of the box because that's what they have to do at the beginning of the race, stop the ferret escaping. Everybody's looking to the end of the tube, down at the far end, and they're all ready to go. So hopefully we shall have another winner here. That wasn't me, by the way. James Corden looking very, very serious mode at the moment.
We're just getting the final instructions from the coach. I've got to have my hand ready on the lid. All right, everybody's going to cheer. I don't expect to cheer myself, if I'm absolutely honest with you. Right, let's see if I even get a clap. John Buchanan looks quite smug himself, actually. Oh, there we go.
Chris Dave the second. We've got Elliot. Did your mum and dad like E.T.? You don't know? Ask them about it later, all right?
James is looking very, very serious at the moment.
It says here the name had been crossed out.
Oh no.
Got here A. Plonker.
Ah, did you hear that? James has changed his name to A. Plonker.
There you go, a very, very small round of applause.
Come on, little ferret.
I'm going to try and do it one hand. I'm going to try and do it one-handed. That's it, yeah, it's a trick I'm going to do. Yeah, right.
Okay,
brilliant.
guys, you ready? On your marks.
They're nearly ready.
Ready?
Go!
Right, they're out. Come
James is off to a flying
Ferret.
start.
Come on, Ferret. Come on, Jason. Come on, Jason. Come on, Jason. Get out. Come on, Jason. Jason, come on.
To set the scene as
right,
well,
my Ferret is actually stuck
Jason's stuck in the tube.
He knows where the tunnel is.
And James
Come on,
Corden
Jason.
is lying on the floor. Trying to encourage Jason.
What have I got to do?
No cheating there, James. No cheating. That's it. Tap on the top.
Come on, Jason. Come on, Jason. Come on, Jason. What?
It's coming through, James.
Oh, he's out. Oh, come on,
He's
Jason.
missing it.
Come on,
you know.
Come on, Jason. Come on, Jason. That's it. Now, I've always
He's
got him
currently
out of the first
lying in second position.
Come on, Jason. Don't go back.
Jason's gone back into the tube, I'm afraid.
Come on, Jason. Come on, Jason.
It could be a disaster here. Lane 4 is storming ahead.
Jason. Now, listen, I'm ever so sorry.
Dear.
I keep shouting Jason, and you don't know what I'm doing. He's stuck in the tube. He's come out in the first window now. I can actually
He's
see
not
his
even
board.
through the first section yet.
Come on, Jason. He's poking his eye.
We need more words of encouragement. He's moving up another section.
Right now, Jason, he's going back.
No, I'm telling a lie.
I don't think he likes
He's going back.
He's seen my ugly mug and wants to back. He's not going to go anywhere. He's still down.
I think James Corden actually boring him to death at this point.
I'm not boring him, John B. Talent. I'm giving him all this pep talk. Look at this. He comes out when I don't talk. He does what
Talk to him about sports, then he may be interested.
Come on, Jason. What about Mansfield?
Talk to him about the Stags game today.
They did it very well. He's chasing his tail. He's doing what Jason Harrison does. He's not paying attention to me at all and doing what he wants. There's no... Oh, look, they're quite close. Come on, Jason. No, come on, Jason. Let's go out. Come on, look, listen, if you get out, I'll give you plenty.
This could be an absolute disaster on this one. The rest of the field are a good length and a half ahead.
Oh, no, he's trying to get to me. What? He wants to sit... Oh, actually, hold on. No, he's found it. No, he's going back. Come on, Jason.
Oh, dear.
Do you know, I thought I was going to be a champion at this, but in fact, I'm not. I'm looking more.
Have you tried tapping the tube, not the top?
Come on, Jason.
Oh, dear.
Come on,
dear.
Jason. We're still... I'm sorry about this. We're still right at the very first hurdle. I've not even got past. Come on, Jason. If we were in a swimming gala area...
Oh, dear. It's lane 4 is the winner.
I don't know. Lane 4. I was going to pick that lane as well. Well, Ian,
Mr. A. Plonker, his Ferret has only just started.
Hi. Says it all, really, doesn't it? Didn't even get off the starting blocks. Poor old Jason Harrison. We completely blame James Corden on that one. Oh, dear.
I don't know whether you can hear me, but James Corden is now literally horizontal on the floor. James, would you mind getting up? I mean, get up. Yeah. Well, you can give him a prize. I wouldn't have given him anything. That's about the most singularly incompetent performance I've ever seen of anybody doing anything.
That's one of many, isn't it, Tony? I think you've seen too many of those.
I mean, did you not feel you had any sort of relationship with a ferret?
Well, to be honest, I said it during it. I think Ferret was very much like Jason, presented like Ferret. He didn't listen to me, and he did exactly what he wanted to.
Even when you're producing?
Absolutely. He never listens to me, and he just did it tonight here. That's how we know that's the real Jason Harrison.
I would stick to producing and commentating and broadcasting on Mansfield 103.2. As a ferret racer, you have absolutely no future.
James Corden, we are highly disappointed. We're even trying to get Jason Harrison out at the moment. He's just finally come out the tube, about 20th position.
Well, John, I feel absolutely ashamed, very embarrassed. I was beaten by 4 7-year-old kids. I'm just shocked. I'm embarrassed. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to go and have a sit in my caravan trailer. I'm sorry, I can't do this.
Mansfield 103.2, the home of great music. Play Chan and Martin. There it is. 20 minutes to 9. Saturday evening. Hope you enjoy the music. 70s and 80s Fest. And also Ferret. It's a heady mix, and we're going to cross back over to the Rainworth Miners Welfare for more of the Mansfield 103.2 Ferret Racing Grand Prix.
Yeah, Ian, you're joining myself, James Cotton. I'm down here. I've lost miserably in the last race. I came last. Anyway, we're going to be joined now by Mansfield 103.2's Managing Director, Tony Delahunty. It's very serious, this, Tony. I know we're having fun down here. It's great to have a bit of a ferret race, but there is a serious reason why we're down here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's the 100th year of scouting. It's not the 100th year of Mansfield scouting. I think it's about the 97th year. And what they're doing is they're trying to raise money to rebuild the Robin Hood Centre. Now, Robin Hood's coming very much into the public eye at the moment, and this is a centre which already exists, but if you like, it exists almost in a prefabricated way. It's in the forest, and it's where scouts go, and at the moment, they've got a facility. It's not exactly a state-of-the-art facility. So what the scouters of Mansfield, Ashfield and Bolsover are trying to do is to raise enough money to be able to make a really special facility. So boys and girls, because scouting goes across the genders, will be able to really enjoy themselves. We're talking about putting in kitchens, offices, meeting rooms, toilets and showers, bunk rooms where they can stay, etc., and enjoy what Baden-Powell wanted so many years ago, that scouting and events like tonight, while an awful lot of fun for those people who can do it properly, unlike yourself, are something that's really smashing. And at the moment we're chucking pounds at a bottle of whiskey over there to see if we can raise money for that. And you know, this is the sort of thing that people in Mansfield, Ashfield and Bolsover, for many organisations and charities, do so well, and this is no exception. It's being done exceptionally well tonight. While I've got a brief moment, I took the opportunity with my family to walk in Sherwood Forest today, and there were guys in Robin Hood hats and goodness knows what. Now, I know that Ian, who's presenting the programme, is organising a special, we're turning Mansfield 103.2 into Sherwood Forest Robin Hood FM for a day to try and get people to get on that dog and bone to phone for the competition, which could bring £50 million of investment, a theme park, etc., special roads and whatever, and really, make Sherwood Forest something special. Sherwood Forest is part of Mansfield, and I hope that people will not only responding for the scouts here, rebuilding the Robin Hood Centre, but also as far as Sherwood Forest is concerned, keep listening to Mansfield 103.2. When it gets nearer to that day as well, we'll be telling you the numbers to ring in on. There's a lot of other organisations getting behind it, but we certainly are 100% behind it, as we're 100% behind this. I'm deeply sorry, and if I can finish this with a slight advert, your position, of course, is now, obviously, as far as our ferret racer is concerned, is no longer there. Your ferret has retired, I understand, because it says it can't get a decent jockey, and the P60's in the post. So there's a vacancy not for you as a producer, because you do that ever so well. That's rubbish also. But I mean, but as a ferret jockey, you were rubbish.
Mansfield 103.2's Managing Director, Tony Delahunty there. Well, I think that's the nicest he's been to me all year, so thank you very much, Tony.
Doesn't get better.
John B. Tannen, let's be honest, they do want to raise £1 million at the end of the day. Now, something like this at Rainworth, it's not going to raise £1 million, but it certainly is it's a stepping stone, isn't it?
It is. Every little helps, as we all know. And they're even doing, at the moment, in between the ferry racing, they're actually putting a bottle of spirit in the middle, and guys and the girls are throwing £1 towards it, and obviously it's raising more funds towards which is necessary for tonight's fundraiser.
So stick around to Mansfield 103.2 at the home of great music. We're just chucking pound coins, see how far we can get at the moment, but when we come back we'll hopefully be bringing you Unrivaled Radio coverage of the final, the grand finale. Whoever wins that is the champion ferret racer. So
we can't wait.
Oh, it's very exciting indeed. Do you know what, as well? John B. Tannen's still in it, isn't he?
I'm still there, mate.
No, you're not. No, you're out, sorry. Norman Cox.
Oh, no.
Norman Cox is in and you're out.
There's a steward's inquiry.
Is there really?
Yes, and I've been overruled. And the three finalists are Jodie Henshaw, Norman Cox, and, of course, Dallas Steen.
There you go. So that's good news. Very excited about it. So we have got ferrets in the final.
Shall I tell you another story as well?
Go, while you're there.
Do you know, my jockey in the first race, who actually lost for me, won for somebody else in the other race.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
How did that happen?
I don't know. I think he's had a bung. There's going to be an inquiry definitely on that one.
I think you're talking about a bunged up nose. He's obviously got a cold. Right, okay, more from the Ferret rating very shortly, and more great music as well.
It's time to call Everseal Roofline to strip off.
Mansfield 103.2, they're having great music. Good evening, it's Saturday night. Mark Lindsay's just arrived at the studios. He's getting himself ready for a specially extended Motown till midnight, 9 through until midnight. Surprising that, isn't it? And he's just sort of gearing himself up. So make sure you stay tuned to Mansfield 103.2. I'm being told that it looks likely that we won't hear the final, unfortunately. Why is that, James? Is James Corden there? I was hoping he was... Hello?
Hi, Ian. Sorry about that. I'm losing my signal. We've just been taking pictures with the ferrets. My ferret wouldn't have anything to do with me. When I went to approach it, it sort of ran off and wouldn't have anything to do with me. John B. Tannen, what's happened to you?
I got savaged by my ferret. He actually tried to attack because I lost. I had a tantrum with him and he bit back. When ferrets go bad, that's my next show on Monday.
Live on radio. Unfortunately we'll not be here for the grand finale, which takes place at around about 9:30. But I believe, John, if listeners tune into your breakfast show tomorrow morning, from which time, John?
From 6 in the morning, I will give them the results.
Oh, here's an idea. Are you sticking around, John?
I am sticking around.
Why don't you phone through to Mark Lindsay and do an over-the-phone sort of... final bit with Mark so that we can find out.
I was just about to suggest I was going to phone in to tell
so people
the
know
result.
Because we've been building up and we don't want to leave them without the result of the final, do we?
No, not at all. No, it'd be highly unfair for the listeners to see if it was either Dallas Steen or Jodie Henshaw or even Norman Cox winning.
Listen, we've had an absolutely fantastic evening. Remember, I know it's loads of fun, it's all ferrets and everybody's having a laugh, but at the end of the day it was something serious. It was about raising money for the Scouts in Mansfield to get better facilities and, of course, that new campsite. And hopefully nights like this, and there'll be many more, will do just that.
Off they go into the night, apart from John B. Tannen, who's sticking around because he wants to cheer on Norman Cox and Dallas Steen and Jodie Henshaw. And what are we going to play? I'm trying to think what we're going to play for the last tune on the show. Should we play some of this? Bit of Kiki D. I think we're finished with Kiki D. That's up next.
Did you hear what's on the grapevine? Our weekly tradition of classic soul. You betcha. Hi, this is Kev Roberts. Join me every Sunday at 7 for 1 hour of classic hits and golden memories plus an hour of Northern Soul. That's 7 to 9 p.m. 5 decades of the good stuff right here on Mansfield 103.2 in association with Tevisel Grange.